1, 2, 1 and 2 to 3. Hello. Hold on a
Hey,
moment.
Garage Oasis.
Gonna turn down the game volume a little bit.
Alright. So, you got up pretty early today, and you were doing some streaming before this?
Yeah, I was just testing out my recording and all of that. I mean, my microphone, in a sense, has been a little bit on the fritz. Hopefully I can take care of that eventually. Oh, you can?
Additionally, it sounds like you added a follower goal. Is that new?
Yes, that's new. I don't intend to get a lot of followers, but I'll do what I can.
Sounds
Any,
good.
Anyways, I haven't done the intro yet, so hello everyone. This is Dry Oasis, and this.
That's right. We're on case number 3, right? Now, all of these cases so far have had turnabout as the first word, correct? I can, yes.
Let me guess. Oh, there we go. Maybe?
Yep.
Okay,
You
let's
are.
try. Alright, on to Turnabout Samurai. Alright, let's get on with it. October 16th, 8:14 a.m. Phoenix's Wright's bedroom. Let's see here if I can work with that. Beep. Hello, this is Phoenix. Let me guess. Yeah, okay, you can hear me. Nick! Maya? What? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai! The Steel Samurai got arrested! Huh? You mean the guy in that TV show? Yes! They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed a victim, killed a villain, killed a victim. What is that? Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV. Yeah, on TV. No, I mean he actually did it in real life. He skewered a villain with his samurai spear. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office, quick! Please, Nick! Beep. October 16th, 9:22 a.m. Wright and Clow Law Offices. Maya's here, watching television.
Could I bug you? I'm currently using your Twitch stream to see what's on your screen. And there's a couple of things that are going to be difficult to...
Hold on.
Thank you.
There we are.
Okay. Now, time for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers played the lead role in Something Samurai, the popular TV show The Steel Samurai Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. He was arrested on the suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found struck through the body. The police believe that this was a murder weapon and are investigating further. ...
This has to be a joke. No, it's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. Ring. Beep. Yes, Wright and Co. Law Offices. What? Nick! It's the Steel Samurai! What? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick. Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So, I've decided this will be our first case.
Alright, then we best go see our client.
Yeah, but let's talk to Maya first. Well, what should we do? What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai. Does she want to investigate this case or just do some sightseeing, I wonder? Hold on a moment.
I can hear you through Discord, and I can hear myself through Twitch, so... Could I get a line one more time? I do not hear that through Twitch.
Right. My money's on sightseeing.
That comes through Twitch. Yep.
Alright. We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Just admit it. You don't have a clue what happened. Now we just don't have enough information. Alright, moving on.
October 16th, Detention Center, Visitors Room.
Yeah, hold on. Here we are. Alright. What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh. Is that guy really him? He looks like a certain Wolverine. Probably very dangerous. 10 out of 10. What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. That's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. But he definitely did it. Murder at least once. Maybe twice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you saying? Yes?
Something wrong?
No, no. This is getting off to a great start.
I know, you're disappointed, aren't you?
Disappointed? Oh no! Oh no!
No, it's okay. This is the real me.
This is me.
When I got the part of Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams.
Oh.
I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they'll think of the Steel Samurai now. Whoa. Whoa.
Nick? What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it. Right? Maybe you could start by telling us what happened?
Yes, of course. Seems like I was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 o'clock that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 came around and all the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. They took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly skewered with the samurai spear.
The samurai spear?
Yes, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai, uses as a weapon.
Maybe you could explain to me what the Steel Samurai is? Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's new to this?
No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the head character in a popular kids' TV show. He walks the streets of Neo Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he may never really defeat the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. Whoa.
I see. Neo Old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names?
No, it's...
Now, where were you on the day of the murder?
Well, that morning I came to the studio at 9 o'clock. We worked through some action sequences until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here.
So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action hero.
What will the kids think?
I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder.
Right? Global Studios. I'll draw you a map.
Wow, Nick, let's go! I'm willing to bet $10 she asked for autographs. Right, on to the studio.
October 16th. Global Studios. Main gate.
Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Alright, sorry about that. Just dancing a little bit. It's just a really cool theme. Awesome! Aren't you excited? I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Oh, sorry. Hey, you there! You want it? You gotta go through me. Oh, sorry. We're, lawyers. Oh, yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Alright, let's see if I can follow around with this. Use today. Something horrible happens. How do you continue to wait a minute? Don't you have time to use video? Or do you allow yourself? Maybe I have something all around the place. I'm seeing today for my different hippie clothes. Where are these you come in? If you're wondering, yes, that was an auto scroll, and you could barely follow up with that.
Well, I'm glad that you did it and not me.
Yep, that's why I took her job in the first place, knowing that would happen. Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no. I don't know, it's possible. Hey! Listen what you're being spoken to. Youths today. So, what do you do here at the studios? At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days... No, you were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are. What? Wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know. What, 10 years ago? No, that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then too, he was. Hammer? The victim, dummy! The evil magistrate! He's been reduced to plain villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. Can you tell me about Will Powers? He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his math. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer. We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers, of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? What kind of person? Oh, if only you knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many parts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. But I've heard of that. But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. Are you so certain Mr. Powers is a killer? I was standing right here yesterday, I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 o'clock when they found the body. No, the studio was where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to go to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Will Powers? Mr. Powers? Yes, I saw him. But Mr. Powers says he wasn't sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's a killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Even my little gumdrops on my head. Seriously, what are those? Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along. And all you gotta do is try. Move along, just to make things through. Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request. I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request. And maybe I'll just let you in. This lady here thinks she owns this place, obviously. Right? Moving back to the detention center.
Hello? How was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they?
No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you?
What? No, I would never do that.
Earlier, you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch.
Yes, like a baby.
But the security lady says she saw you the other day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime.
What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise.
Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get.
I know. I'm sorry. But I swear to you, on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security only thought she saw me.
What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. About the security guard at the main gates to the studio.
Oh, the security lady.
She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking.
Yes, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask, were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once, and she'll never let up upon you.
Sure, she's got some nerve. Do you think you could write a letter formally requesting my representation?
Of course.
Powers request added to the court record. I just hope this will get me past that security lady. Right? Moving on, moving on, moving on. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Yes, I recognize that bold, childish scrawl. Powers request given to the security lady. To think that he would entrust his fate to use of such an unreliable appearance. Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass, but only left from here towards the studios. No going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside it, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Hey, Nick! Huh? There were maps in the security guard station. Hey, not bad. Those are 50 cents a piece, thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents. 50 cents. Guide map of Global Studios added to the court record. Right? Heading on to outside Studio 1.
Yep. October 16th. Studio 1 entrance. Hey! Aren't you that murderer from the other day?
Ah! It's that confused detective!
Hey, pal. You know Prosecutor Edgeworth's all upset. It's your fault. Saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window.
So? Hey! If he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt.
You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can't blame other people. All I want to know, but my truth. I can blame all the people I want, but I know the truth in my heart.
Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey. What exactly are you two doing here?
Well, we're on this case too, pal.
Huh? Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait.
I'd say he's a character, all right. So, how is your investigation going, Detective?
Well, it's... Hey, I can't tell you that, pal.
Nick? Maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions? Right. So, Detective, mind if I take a look at what you got?
What I got?
It's what I got. It's what I got. Sorry, thinking about Sublime for a second there, Detective. The autopsy report. The latest version, if you please.
Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal.
Jack's autopsy report. Time of death, 10:15 at 2:30 p.m. Cause pierced through the chest by spear. Why was Mr. Powers arrested?
Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 o'clock p.m. At the time, there's no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 o'clock and 2:30 p.m. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate.
Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it, even with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady.
Oh, that sweet old lady, what a charmer.
Huh? Are we talking about the same person?
When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee.
Remember what Powers said. She's a sucker for authority.
She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence.
What? What kind of evidence?
Well, that photo. A photo of the Steel Samurai headed towards the scene of the crime.
What? Who took that?
See, the camera up on that gate, pal.
The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign?
Yeah. Whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them.
Oh no! Nick, he has evidence! We're finished! It's only one piece of evidence, Maya. Don't be that gloomy just yet. Sheesh. Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy.
What's wrong, pal? You just seem down.
Don't look so happy when you say that.
Oh, ha 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 ha.
We'd like to ask the employees here some questions.
Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not gonna find any clues I haven't found already. Haha.
I'm glad some around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go! We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out. Yippee! Ah, look at Detective Gumshoe. He's so happy. I was just thinking about a panda joke the other day. Nick, look! The security lady in the guard station is in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. Wonder what kind of donuts. Glazed. Now I'm thinking about that one song from Albuquerque where Weird Al's trying to get all those donuts, and that one guy is like, no, we don't have any of those donuts, except for that one box of Wolverines or whatever. Ah, man. Albuquerque. Anyways, I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? I was thinking about a joke, but I definitely forgot. He had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Right? Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, man? Huh? Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took the photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1 a.m. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him too. If he's not the one... What? If he's not the one, what did it? What did it? Okay. I guess who did it should have been obvious, but I don't know who is. Maybe it was you? It wasn't Sunny. He thinks I was joking. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was. That's tense. Oh yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. Sorry, I was trying to visualize that for a moment there. That too, yes. He shone the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate, it's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through that gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes the picture too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before I go home, I do. I wonder. The computer that runs the security studio security cameras.
Maybe.
Hey, no touching. Hold on a moment. What was that?
I was gonna see if we could maybe check if there's a time delay or something.
Time delay?
Say 3 hours.
Oh, sure. Let's see. Hey, no touching. Well, I guess we can't check that yet. Wah, wah. Anyways, moving on to outside. Oh, I'll be back over here. I just want to check something over here. Hello there, I see unknown ranger. Anyways, checking the little monkey thing here, or whatever that is. The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? Looks kind of busted.
Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. Took that tree down with it too.
Right, gonna check over here. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked. Looks like you need a card key to get in. Makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. Right? Right? Going on to the employee area. October.
October 16th, Global Studios, employee area.
Nick! This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look! Here's Powers' dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around.
October 16th, Global Studios dressing room.
Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping? Or at least this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth, for his sake. I'll go with through his belongings. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look, an employee card key. That must be Powers'. It says Studio 1. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it. You mean borrow. Card key added to the court record.
Now, Studio 1 is where the murder took place, correct?
Yes, it is. Okay, do you see how kind of annoying this is?
Mm-hmm. A lot of
We just had to go through a three... Say that again?
a lot of menuing.
Yeah, it could have been easily handled. Thank gosh the later games do that better. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. Beep. It opened. Alright, we're in. She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene.
October 16th, Studio 1.
What is it? You're really quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here. The steel samurai killed him. Oh, cut that out, cut that out. Let's have a take two. I mean, they assume the steel samurai did kill him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Okay, so I know this is pretty innocuous, but I have to do this obviously for the memes. Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. This girl is out there. I wonder if I got an achievement for doing that for every time unseen. Hold on. Sorry. Anyways, that's where it was. Guess I will check out the tape.
Theoretically, those numbers indicate pieces of evidence.
Yeah. The outlined where Jack Hammer's body would lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. Guess that's why the head part looks like helmets. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. And that is true.
That's a good point.
I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Right? Let's see. What do you want to expect?
Is there any difference between all three pieces of evidence, or is that just one element?
Well, it's the same one.
Okay. There's a book on the chair that might be the sneak peek at the next episode.
FuzzyCow, how could you? We don't want to spoil the fans. Well, let's check it out anyways. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they have at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone! A real live megaphone! That's apparently, and both of them are somehow off screen. Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more trouble than I thought. Right? Anything else?
Well, there's a big backpack. It doesn't appear to be too out of the ordinary, but yeah, there's
Apparently no clues
that it's
there.
not like a big pile of money or something.
Right? Anywhere else to check?
At the time, it doesn't appear that I have too many ideas.
Alright.
I
So
would look
I'll
in all
just
of the
do this.
containers, but I don't expect to find anything.
Do that one more time?
I would look in all of the containers, but I would not expect to find anything.
True. Looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in the Steel Samurai show. Of course! That's the mountain Neo Fujiyama. Isn't the Steel Samurai place in all-day Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there? Not all-day Tokyo, Nick. Neo all-day Tokyo. Oh, right. Wow, look at that camera! That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought.
Hey, you! No touching that!
I'm sorry, my partner is kind of, you know. No, I don't know. Who are you?
Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff. Moving them around, ordering new ones, etc.
We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers.
Oh, you're WP's people?
WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP, I get it.
I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent.
Don't worry, leave it to us. Did you tell anything about the day of the murder?
Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see.
The only one assistant.
Yes, well, the studio isn't doing very well right now. And yesterday was only a rehearsal for our action sequences.
Oh, I see.
In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there along with everyone else.
The employee area. That's where where Powers' dressing room is, right?
Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that.
Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room?
No, I wouldn't go in there unless he had an urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private. What kind of girl do you think I am?
Oh, what kind of? Oh, no. I'm sure you're a fine girl. Wish your name was Brandy, but whatever. I'm sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do you do, Nick? I haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. You even have a photograph.
Sorry, I know you're busy.
Not really.
Actually, there's been something bothering me.
Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead.
Well, I don't know about that, but the day after, just after noon, I sensed someone was here.
You sensed?
Yes, several times.
Some other studio employees, maybe?
No, I don't think so. The only thing I had was scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant there that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside.
Really? Oh wait, if someone had come in here, would that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that.
No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio?
Yes, I think.
I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into this studio, he must have seen them.
October 16th. Global Studios, no date.
What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Like a phantom. Oops. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. Wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone else from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were watching the whole time? Dan? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Alright, you better tell me, and tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio One. Her! She's not even the full-time employee! Oh, you youngins are running your mouths over there, near the end of spiking your elders, saying that you need to say, grah! She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over her shoulders. Alright, so it's about time. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Right. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick. Looks like I just have to enter a few numbers. Let's see, first I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on 1 p.m. that day. 1 p.m. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. Right? What should we try?
I don't think I know the number. 703 is what makes the most sense to me.
1703? Okay, let's give it a shot. There, entered. Nothing happens. Huh? I think I got the number wrong. Maybe you should look at that camera again. Right. The camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day, so... Let's try this again.
I don't know what the answer is. It's probably the playing with dyslexia, right? Let's just try the next one. Yeah, 307.
All right. ST1 307. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. Guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Huh? Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 5th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Ooh. What does this mean? What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day? Nope, that's the only one in the computer. Interesting. Powers' question mark photo added to the court record. Hey Nick! Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, Let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Heck, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the killer was. If it really was that security lady?
So, do we know where the costume is?
As of now, no, not really.
I feel like that's where we should be
Hmm.
trying to develop our. I don't know.
Maybe the police currently have it so far. Who knows? Anyways, I'm gonna be taking a little break here. Just a little bit of a drink of water. I'll be right back and we'll resume in about 5 minutes or so.
Sounds good.
Let me turn. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, be back soon. Water. Say hello to Kirby for me. Right, back to the game. Right, back to the game. Back to the game. As for the costume, maybe the police found it. I mean the costumes. I mean, it wasn't that evil magistrate shoot. Maybe they're just running DNA tests or the like.
I just
Anyways,
feel like that's a big piece of the evidence that's just, sorry, a big part of the story that's just missing currently. Because
well,
we know where
maybe
Will Powers is. We know kind of what this assumed story is that he wears the samurai suit everywhere he goes. And well, I guess Will must have been in the samurai suit when he got arrested. Otherwise, he would have noted earlier that his suit was missing, right? So theoretically, the killer, if we are to assume that the killer is not Will Powers, went back to the dressing room, right? We
right.
have to assume that.
But who could have been? Well, let's find out.
I don't think we have enough information right now to find out who the killer is, assuming it is not Will Powers. Um, we don't really have very many characters to choose from at the moment.
Yeah. All right. Let's see where this mystery goes. I mean, it's the first time we don't know who the killer is. Thank gosh.
That is
Little
correct.
mystery.
We don't know where we're building to. October 18th, 2 days have passed, and we're in district court, or courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Defense is not ready. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed the fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios.
Alright, before we go on, let's give these creators the localizers a bit of a clap. Will Powers and Jack Hammer, everyone. Anyways.
It's impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during this trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios here is at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past the gates are the studios. And here is the Studio 1.
We'll forget about Studio 2 for a while. Just ignore it.
This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer. The defendant, Will Powers. And a young woman, the production assistant.
He doesn't even get named. Oh well.
All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then, after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m., the production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. Time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear was found lodged in the victim's chest as the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
Can I listen to that whole thing again? Oh, I don't want to. Skip it.
I think alright. I think it was pretty concise.
Yeah, I think I probably can remember that.
So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval.
Man, I have yet to play that game. From what I heard, it's really good. I mean, medieval.
To what are you referring to?
Oh, this one PS1 game that got a remake called Medieval. Let's see here. It stars this one skeleton guy that was cursed or something. I forgot the details, but I heard it's a really good platformer from the PS1. They remade it for the PS4 like a few years ago.
Okay. I have not heard of this game. Maybe it was bad.
Hmm.
Sample.
Maybe I should play it one of these days. I have yet to open my copy, so. Anyways.
Samurai Spear
Spear
added to the
added to the
court
court
record.
record.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Your Honor. This case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security guard at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name?
My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please.
James Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. When you old bag, dearie. This had got me, Grandpa. Even I was an all bag. The children of our family. Can you believe that about this boy captain? He called me all bag. Well, I cried and cried and.
Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the sand.
Lord knows I was born a rambling woman. I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can go to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, see, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony.
She sure is one hell of an old bag. Witness's accounts. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run-through since since this morning. I, had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 a.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 p.m. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. Powers, that man right there, and he was heading toward the studio.
You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Alright, so this one is the press.
Yep.
No, not a press, I mean presents.
So we're going to present the picture of who passed the gate when she says that she saw Will Powers.
Yeah, let's
For
get to that.
technically, she did not see Will Powers. She saw the Steel Samurai.
Yep. Objection! Let me get this straight, Oldsbag. Miss Oldbag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? Well, you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Oldie Tokyo. Miss Oldbag, is this a Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder.
True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you, Miss, Witness.
He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Huh, nosy old man. Of course I have proof. You what?
Huh?
Even Edgeworth is surprised?
The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all your information in possession ahead of time.
How would I know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edward speechless. She's good.
Let's hear about your proof then.
I'm talking about the man in the photo. I'm telling him to change his ways. Don't kill other people, please. And I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he had a sprained ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
She's gotta be hiding something. Press her until she squeals. Right, so this is basically all press now, so... Whippersnapper. Hey, I haven't even said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I said is straight and narrow. The up and up. Keeps today, always pointing fingers, pointing fingers. All big front.
Mr. Wright. Please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness.
I think Edgeworth has met his match. Who's president at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai, and Peralta Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me.
And what exactly were you doing?
Observing, just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run and trip and fall. Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. Laugh. But Powers sprained his ankle. I helped to make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better?
I kissed him where it hurt.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we?
Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning out backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Parsons' ankle.
You may continue your testimony.
You broke your prop. Sure did. His own samurai spear. A samurai spear? A murder weapon? Luckily I was there with my duct tape to fix it. You were saying? Oh no, I thought you said something. Never mind. Anyways. This strikes me as a significant detail. Better write this down in the court record. Samurai spear updated in the court record.
We want to make sure that the presented murder weapon has duct tape on it, which is not something that they would let pass through production.
Let's see. Let's see where this line of cross-examination goes anyways. But that's definitely a clue. Break of the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Apparently he's been... Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Just the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot. Okay.
I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there's one thing that's bothering me. Which is... where is the Steel Samurai costume now?
Ooh, now to answer your question.
Actually, well, we couldn't find it.
Huh. Maybe that will come up later on.
We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes? And it's clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right.
Are you sure, Your Honor? Yeah, I'm gonna object. Hold it right there. You keep talking about possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else, not caught on camera, could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that as a possibility also. Then allow me to remove the doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice. Business account continue. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be this Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Okay, so it's a present here. So which evidence do you... So what do you think?
So that one's good. There's no point in challenging that. It's accepted. So for this one, we do have that photo too, and we can ask her what that's about.
Alright. Let's do it. Objection! Hold on. Look at this photograph. It makes me laugh. It's so red. And what the hell's on Billy's head? Oh wait, it was Joey's head. One more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. Come on. So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture? And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. What? Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note on the back of the photo are the printed words, October 15th, 2 o'clock p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that it means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says, photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only holds data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo?
Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright.
Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo?
There's an implied possibility for a third or fourth person, but we don't have to really talk about that.
Yeah, but we're going to find out one way or another about who went through there anyways. Only someone with access to the security lady herself. And you want your last whippersnapper? The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to me.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
Ahem. I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help!
Oh, believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Huh. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
Ah, that's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai.
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
Huh. Let's see. I see. Your testimony, please.
The other person. Let's go. Every day I finish my guard duties, I have one important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Miss Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Okay, so this is a press, so...
Yeah. So I think the thing is, like, how do we know that it's irrelevant? Like, what? Could you describe said photo? Like...
So... I'm guessing this one?
Yeah.
Well, what the heck was in that photo you erased? Huh, fanboy. A fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. Everyone is hanging about. One was there that day. Well, objection. Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a train that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in. They come in through the train? Okay. I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably second or third grade. What?
Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw two people pass the gate on their way to the studio that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be about second or third grade.
Oh yes, well we see this type every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in the second or third grade, I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield a samurai sword. Samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there, that makes him a suspect. Yeah, they're already trying to unsuspect him. Sus.
This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
October 18th, 11 o'clock a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Mr. Powers?
Yes?
Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of your stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal the Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick! What are we going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could have conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take him so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed the crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagree with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right, great. If the stakes weren't high enough.
So who was this person, other than Mr. Powers, that could have committed the crime?
Alright, remember that we are just only buying for time, so we are not calling anybody else as the actual murderer at this point. We just need to get through for today. We just need a false lead for now, so who do you think is the
pull
most
out the
suspicious?
grade school boy, right? It's most definitely not that one.
Definitely not the great schoolboy.
I'm pretty sure it's not the grade school boy.
Sure,
Like,
sure. So
They would be upset with us if we accused a child, because the judge and Edgeworth have both chucked that possibility out.
alright, so
Security lady is not unreasonable. However, I think the best play is the assistant girl.
what makes you see that?
She's not represented at all. Like, at all. Theoretically, there's the possibility that she was cleaning stuff up and then she hid in the space or whatever. And she killed him before. Like, I don't know.
Alright. Let's see here. So she knew about the samurai spear, but of course this comes into play, the Powers photo. What do we know that could have that's in question about this though?
Are you referring to the dragging leg?
Yes.
Okay, then you want to finger the security lady?
I mean, most of the stuff actually... Well, let's see where this... Actually, I'll go with the assistant girl first. It was the assistant! The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and doing so, she became the Steel Samurai.
So you're saying the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Objection. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot.
Oh. Uh-oh. Bad feeling time.
Remember the testimony concerning Power's injury?
Powers and poor Hammer were at the run-through. Oh, and me. What about the assistant? Oh, her? She was cleaning out backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Power's injury. She could look the Steel Samurai look with that costume. But she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped.
Oh, that kind of takes the legs out from under that case.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you as I warned.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows the sorrow.
May we move on, Mr. Wright?
Sure, this fight isn't over yet. If you would, Your Honor, one more chance, please.
Very well, go ahead. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the crime?
It was a security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers who knew about that injury. The security lady Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper.
Order! Order! Is this true, Oldbag?
Oldbag, that's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. You're guilty. You have no alibi. You're guilty. You're guilty. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder.
Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume?
Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. Isn't this ironic as of 2021? Oh right. Right. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. You probably wouldn't get it, but in one of the prequels, I'm guessing, they actually made a game based around Sherlock Holmes, or like something around that, but because Sherlock Holmes was like kind of in a weird public domain kind of thing in the West or whatever, it took them about like, I'd say 4 years before they finally got to localizing these two games to the West. And the only reason they had a problem was because of Sherlock Holmes's domain, or the Arthur Cole estate at the time. So the one thing they did to conveniently take care of that was to name Sherlock Holmes
They switched the...
Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, it was just an ingenious move. Anyways, those games are for another time. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion in this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
Well, that's what old Bad gets for trying to hit on him. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Itchy boy, don't sit there. Do something. What's my move? No, it means now is my chance to take this the whole way. I'll press further. The very same reasoning that Mr. Powers is suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldback's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? Nuh-uh. You forgot that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Hey, wait a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy. Yes, the one whose photo I erased.
It's only a grade school, though. As you said, second or third grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old Ben in 10 seconds tops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Or is it to be nice to the kids see your others as a whippersnapper? I approve. Proof?
Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed the murder?
Of course.
It's the card key, right?
Oh, you could have done that as well. But the spear is more obvious.
Okay.
Your Honor, the murder weapon was a steel samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible.
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
The Windbag speechless. This has got to be a first.
Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy. What's her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into Oldbag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait a second. I'm not going to sit here while you run out barking up the wrong tree. Me? I'm talking. Oh great, stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about?
By whom?
Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk?
Well, testify.
Alright, so it's a little after the time, so what do you want to do? This is just to let you know the upcoming testimony is the last for the day, so
Okay, do you want to try to push through? My event is at noon, so I have to leave at 12:30.
at 11. Your
Yeah,
event
sorry,
is
at
at
11:30.
noon, so you have to leave at 12:30.
I have to leave at 11:30. My mistake.
Alright, so It should take us about, like, until... What do you want to do?
If this is the last, then let's push through.
Alright.
Be fine.
My lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? But they told me just to pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, then I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Miss Oldbag. This is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
My lips are sealed. Alright, so pressy, press. So you were told not to talk? That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. Who are these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director?
We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without directing? Of course.
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So, where were these people? The director was in the play area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
When?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2. Well, if you look at the guide map, it is. So finally that comes into play. You go through the gate, all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was falling over.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination?
I think I've already asked all my questions, bud. Take a break. Your Honor, we have learned that there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers.
The court acknowledges the defense's point. Prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor.
This ends
the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned.
October 18th, 1:04 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Ah, really, it's nothing, Rin. Or should I say, Nip? We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have you figured out just who it was in the Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been that old windbag? What do you think,
It's not
Mr.
tall
Powers?
I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Anyways, poor old Windbag. I kind of feel sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, I'll be back to visit you soon.
Well, thanks, guys.
To be continued.
I'll pick it up from there.
And that is all for now, so I guess I will see you later, FuzzyCow.
Yep, that's the plan.
Yep.
Have a good Sunday.
Alright. And we'll get back to probably one of the worst parts of this game later on in the night, so see you then. This has been Try Oasis, and that has been FuzzyCow, and we will see you later on in the day.